on insights. Two eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Happy holiday season to all. This is Mickey Clayton, the coach. And with me, my ace, Boone Coon. I will let him introduce himself.
Well, let me tell you something, Coach. It is a beautiful Tuesday here in Wesley Chapel, Florida, because you see up there, it says the Florida A&M Rattlers. We're playoff bound. We're going to talk about that later. What's up, Cookman fans? I hope you liked that segment on Shine. Gave y'all no shine on Saturday, though, did it? Ha-ha! What's happening, my brother? It's your report, your favorite reporter's favorite reporter, right here, Rick Brown, with the coach, Mickey Clayton. What's up, Coach?
Hey, you know what's quieter than a church mouse? A wildcat leaving Orlando last Saturday. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey, after that halftime display that they did, they should have left quietly because that was pitiful. I mean, listen, you know how I am with history, and I love Mary McLeod Bethune. But what they did to her on that screen was they should all be fired. All of them. Take the band away. Get rid of them. It was ridiculous.
Say it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Sort of like the game. Earl told y'all cats only had 9 lives. He told you this. You didn't listen. I tried to warn you too. You're not listening to me. I bet you're listening now.
What I love is all the people who really listen to the show sometimes they don't really want to say they listen to the show. But I heard them using that cats have 9 lives an awful lot after that show went. But speaking of Wildcats, I got a phone call last Tuesday night. Hysterical laughing on the other line. Coach Alvin White.
No, Coach.
He was cracking up. He was laughing so hard, he laughed, he couldn't hardly talk to me. He said, I watched the show 2-3 times, and when I get off with you again, I'm going to listen to it and watch it again. He said, the show was good, but he said, well, when you started telling the stories that we went through, he said, oh my God. He said, don't nobody remember that stuff but you. He said, all that stuff. He said, what made it so funny was, it was all true. I said, I know it's true. I said, Alvin, I stopped telling stories because of time. We could have did a whole show. He said, they wasn't doing the, this is not the prom. This is not the prom. He said, that wasn't at me. He said, I think that was at Brenda Brown with the dress she wore on. I said, no, Alvin, it was at you. And in fact, if he wasn't on an air flight going for holidays tonight, he would have been on tonight as our surprise guest.
Oh, wow.
He told me to make sure that I extend the invitation to him again so that he could set the record straight on some other stuff. I said, oh, yeah, okay. But there's a lot more to tell when he comes on. We will tell it.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
He laughed. He said, please. He said he just appreciated it. And he said it was just funny. And I'm just glad that he took it in the spirit that it was. I told you we were friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, the legend segment was legit. I mean, I dressed up, but for the effect, but he deserved that, and
he's a heck of a coach.
What you came in afterwards just added that icing, that perfect icing to that cake. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for him to come on, and I want to just sit back and listen to some stories because, oh my
goodness,
both
of us on together will be, it'll be historic. It'll be historic now. It'll be historic. And we have one of our early legends that we talked about, our local high school pro, Jalen Martin, is in town. We tried to get him on, but Jalen Martin's in town for a few days. Been doing pretty good playing, and he's going to be able to see some of his teammates at Florida High and some of the kids he grew up with. His homeboys over at Crossroads and Monroe. So he'll get a chance to get out and do a little socialization and relax and get him some good home cooked meals. But we were, good home cooked food. So we were actually trying to get him on. We weren't able to pull it off, but we were trying to.
Welcome home. Enjoy your time at home, Jay. Yes,
and that's something, when you had that time to be able to come home when you're away, it's always special, to be able to do that. And we have with us, we always have the Hanks review. We're gonna go right to it from the high school review.
Let's rock it.
Coach. Well. The Florida Classic. It was a classic ass whooping in all aspects. But I'll get back to that later. Let's talk about why the segment is called Hank's High School Roundup, or High School Recap, or whatever the hell it's called. It's really to talk high school sports. So let's get to it. First and foremost, I want to give big props to Jimmy Tyson and the Lincoln Trojans. They fought to the death at Mosley, but unfortunately their season is over. 31-28 was the final. But hats off to these young men. But not only hats off to Lincoln, we got to show love to Wakulla and Monroe, because both squads were also essentially left for dead, but they came back in grand fashion. Wakulla pulled out a dub over Reigns in the final minutes, 32-27. And Monroe came out of halftime and went on a tear to overcome University Christian 36-23. Wow. Florida High was dominant again as they took Walton to the woodshed, 55-7. Madison showed their power once again as they pulverized Port St. Joe 45-6. Unfortunately, there were some teams that ended their season. Gadsden County was down by their nemesis Bowles once again, 27-6, and JP2 was trounced by Trinity Christian, 44-7. Over in South Georgia, Thomasville keeps their hopes alive by putting Heard County on their hit list with a 42-16 drubbing, and Brooks County beat the fool out of Washington Wilkes, 61-28. So that sets up this week. Brooks County will take on Warren County, and Thomasville will take on Rayburn County. Let's keep it rolling, South Georgia. I'll take Brooks and Thomasville to move on to the regional semifinals. Now back home, the next test for Madison will be a 9-1 Bluntstown team that just blitzed Liberty County 42-0. But Madison is at home, so I'll take Madison. Monroe will travel to Trinity Christian, and this will be a tall task. But although Trinity is number one in Class 2A, they have not been as impressive as in years in the past. I'm going with the good guys, and I'll take Monroe. Now, this is the part of the playoffs I don't like. In Class 3A, Florida High is ranked number 3, and Trinity Catholic is ranked number 6. So why, I ask, is Florida High on the road? Doesn't make much sense to me, but it won't matter. Trinity will be the next victim. And finally, Wakulla will be on the road in a hostile environment at Baker County, but I have no reason to believe Wakulla won't prevail. On to the college front. Yeah. FSU won. Good job, FSU. But Coach Rick, I don't want to hear about 1 out of the last 10. I don't want to hear it's about time. I don't want to hear we just want to make it a rivalry again.
Preach.
None of that foolishness. I don't want to hear it.
Preach.
The all-time record is now 51, 24-1. Hell, even with the last 9, it would take another 27 years just to tie the series. Not only that, to earn a playoff bid in the process makes this better all the more. And even more satisfying is that I don't have to hear that mess again from my family for another year. It's music to my ears. Because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Coach, if you got some footage, feel free to roll the tape. I'm headed to Hammond, Louisiana. See y'all next week. Get vaccinated. Jeff March. No, I got my car.
You might be the best man, but y'all.
Time for the Dev March. You ain't gonna be talking when this one over, little lady.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be quiet.
Yes.
Yeah, Dev March.
You ain't gonna be saying that when it's over, little bit.
Where y'all going? Where y'all going?
Come
Where
back.
y'all going?
Come back.
Where are they going? Where are they going? They got 364 more days to think about this. I'll be right here, same time, same place.
I just think it's a shame that you allow Earl Hankerson to abuse those people like that. They don't deserve it. I'm just ashamed. And the hey, what's the disclaimer we say at the end? The views of the hosts and all the guests are nothing but theirs and theirs alone. It has nothing to do with Back 4 Enterprises or the MicknRick show.
Exactly.
But speaking for Rick, I'm with you, Earl. Way to lay that Rattlers down on them, brother. Yeah.
But did you hear the lady in the background? Y'all may have the best band,
Best
but you
band.
ain't got the best football team. Hankerson. All right, little lady, you ain't gonna be able to say that at the end of the game. And where y'all going? Where y'all going? Where y'all leaving already? Where y'all going?
That's the best part. That's the best part of that right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's nothing like that.
So you have, hey, that's what it's all about. You know, we do a lot of high school things, but we also deal with the topic of the moment. That is the topic of the moment. That is the topic of the moment.
That was
Yes,
that
sir.
that was
Yes,
great.
sir. Huh?
That was great. That was.
And so we are in the playoffs. And looking at some of the things that are being said, they predicting that Southeast Louisiana is going to win 2 games. They got a quarterback that we're not going to be able to stop. So we actually have Earl Hankerson to come in. He's going to come in and give us some information on it.
Okay.
But one of the things that we've been doing is our high school preview. And we have with us, we were trying to hold on to see when Earl comes on, because today is his daughter's birthday, and they're having a birthday party for her. So he's going to try to slip away for a few minutes if he could do so without committing Harry Carey to do it. And if he can't, all of us being family men, we 100% understand. We also know that sometimes you have good intentions, but your wife got other intentions.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. It's true. I didn't say that. It's true.
And sometimes your wife has other intentions. So, in keeping with tradition, Remembering Legends segment.
Clement James Johnson Jr., retired basketball player from Florida A&M University, more commonly known as CJ. What we never knew was if the CJ stood for Clement James, Clement Johnson, or Clement Jr. But either way it go, it was J's running wild, and he was CJ. 6'10", 245-pound center. His claim to fame was...
And speaking of the devil trying to come on, is the legendary, where y'all going? Where y'all going? And how about he posted that on the internet talking about, you raised your son right when he could carry on the family tradition. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
See,
yes,
what y'all
sir.
don't understand is Earl is from Daytona, and a lot of his family goes to Cookman. And the backdrop of the story is that he sits in the Bethune-Cookman section, and he got people that come from Bethune-Cookman just to hear Earl go on. And he did not disappoint. This year, they all left him.
Yeah, they tried to get out of there, Coach. I had to go try to hold them back. Come back. I done sat through it for 9 years and sat there to the final 3 zeros. No. You can't go nowhere. You got to feel this pain.
They say, feel his pain. Know what it's like.
That's right. You got to know. You got to know. I had to get him, Coach.
You had to get him, huh? And I want you to see what Rick changed his name to.
Can you hear me?
See, 9 lives are up. Well, we know you stepping away for a minute.
That's it. That's all they get.
And we appreciate it. Let's talk a little bit about who our Rattlers are going to play this weekend. Tell us about this team in Louisiana that many people are picking already to get to the semifinals.
Well, no surprise. I mean, they have a prolific passing attack. And I mean, when I say prolific, that might be an understatement. Quarterback, I mean, he's thrown for over 4,000 yards on the season. 38 touchdowns. I mean, it's ridiculous what they're doing offensively. So they are really, really good offensively. It's really 3 things that really piqued my interest about this first round, and that's one of them. They score a ton of points. Mm-hmm. I've been looking at look at my man Jeremiah back there. Hey, but they score a ton of points, but they also give up a ton of points. So that's going to be really interesting. Our defense only gives up an average. I think it's like an average of 160 yards a game, and they've only given up 8 touchdowns through the air. Right. But I expect Southeastern to score, obviously. What's up, my man? Yeah, I expect them to score.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. I expect them to score, and he transferred from Arkansas. So Cole Kelly, you're not talking about just somebody that hadn't played at a high level at quarterback. Walter Payton Award nominee, I believe. Mm-hmm. Got all the accolades. So offensively, man, they are gonna be tough to stop, obviously. But defensively, man, they can't stop nobody. Mm-hmm. They can't stop nobody. So that's one of the things that's really interesting to me. I tell you what, the other thing, people, fam, they shouldn't be there. They don't belong. They haven't had a quality win. All of that kind of stuff. My answer to that is if that's what you believe, then what you're really saying is that the SWAC is not a quality conference. So I think you might want to tread lightly with that. You know, we play the people on our schedule. And that's all we can do. And then I think what people forget, Coach and Rick, is that FAMU has only lost 2 FCS conference games in 2 years. You lost to Bethune-Cookman at the end of the season in 2019. You lost to Jackson State this year. That's it. So aside from that, hell, they probably would have made the playoffs in 2019.
Okay, well, Coach Diva made a comment. She said, Hank after dark.
Hey, yeah, I'm in, hey, good thing, my daughter's birthday, so we had Crafty Crab with these $5 a piece blue crabs. It's ridiculous. So I stepped in the truck for a minute.
And we appreciate it because we know Rick did that. And Rick was worried about talk. Coach, I got to go. It looked like the purge around here. The neighbors coming around looking at me at the door.
Oh, yeah, boy, that was something funny there. Let's say when the people, yeah, it was the purge going on.
Well,
that was hilarious.
How do you think we'll travel? Do you think we'll carry some people to Louisiana being Thanksgiving weekend?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, FAMU, we travel. I think that's a given. You know, with us, I don't really see that being a problem. Now here's the problem: the stadium only holds 8,000 people.
Oh,
so I'm gonna give 2,000 to the orange and green at least. I would imagine, but yeah, they only hold 8,000 people. I'm worried about if I get a ticket right now. Well, I think when we hang up, I need to go online and get me one.
You probably can, because today was the last day they were giving preferential treatment to their staff, faculty, and students. They gave them faculty. They gave them a priority until today, and then they closed that. But Earl, I know you have to go back to the birthday party, and we appreciate you as always. Hank on the spot, Hank after dark. Tell the little princess we said happy birthday.
Yes, please. Happy birthday.
I sure will. Let me go in here and go into debt some more.
I know. Hey, you better get back in there before you really in debt.
$5 blue crabs, Coach. One crab. One.
Oh.
$5.
Yeah, you better go in there real quick.
Man, I'm sick. I don't think I'm asleep tonight.
You might not. Happy holiday, Hank. Oh, we appreciate that.
He was good. But not only was he a good basketball player, he was a good person off the court as well. Personable, engaging, humble. That was CJ. He was that way when he came to us from Monticello to FAMU High to Florida A&M, all the way to the White House as a member of a World Championship Philadelphia 76ers ball club. He was on that basketball team, played with Moses Malone, his teammate who uttered those 3 famous words, 4-4-4. That's what Moses proclaimed that they were going to do in that year. Win 4, win 4. It was 3 games, 3 series to win the NBA championship and be world champion. He called 3 sweeps, and he was almost right. They only lost 1 game. In fact, that team is the only team in NBA history to go through the playoffs and only lose 1 contest. 1. As good a basketball player as he was at Florida A&M University, a dominant big man in the middle in the SIAC. He was the one that got away from Florida State. Hugh Durham made the comment that one of the biggest mistakes he ever made recruiting was that he didn't recruit CJ. And he was right because he had a pretty good team. But we had a pretty good team at Florida A&M as well. CJ came in that freshman class with Marlon Gallimore, son of Willie Gallimore. Athletic forward, but CJ was the dominant guy. But both of them together carried Coach Ajax Triplett's Florida A&M University teams a long way. When he first came in, we thought that we had to toughen him up, make him a little bit stronger under the basket. We beat him up, throw elbows at him. He couldn't take it too much. Graduated, went to Cleveland, came back, played in the gym. Like we always do, CJ came across the middle. I hit him again with a forearm. CJ, 6'10", 245, threw an elbow at me, almost knocked 2 teeth out of my mouth. Put his finger in my face and told me I don't play that shit no more. I said, big fella, that's how you supposed to be. From then on, we left CJ alone in there. He was a dominant player in the SIAC. A dominant player, not a good player, a dominant player. Playing with, over the summer with Coach Chaney, he put in the word for him with some NBA teams. He was the 22nd pick of the second round in the 1978 NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. CJ played 10 years in the NBA, 5 years in Europe. Developed an extremely close relationship with his championship team. Playing on the team with Dr. J, Moses Malone, he said first couple games he played with them, they had to talk to him because he just stood there in awe watching them play. Naturally. Those same teammates, when he became the head basketball coach at Florida A&M, helped him with fundraisers to raise money for the university's basketball team. Charles Barkley came in, played with him as well, along Andrew Toney, Mo Cheeks, coached by Billy Cunningham, and was able, as you see, to meet the president, Ronald Reagan, as national champs. These names that you're hearing, all these guys that Clement played with, these are legendary basketball players. And in our book, Clement Johnson is a legend too.
CJ.
Oh, CJ. Yeah, that was our guy there, boy. So excuse us a little bit if it seemed like we kind of bouncing around in the show today. We couldn't really do it like we normally do because we wanted to leave time for Hank After Dark to come in and give us some information, and we had already started doing the show on Remembering the Legends with CJ. But we had promised Earl that, hey, family always comes first. And we wanted to let him get back to his daughter. And you heard him talk about how expensive them crabs were. He said he needed to get back in there before he was broke.
Before he broke. He'll be washing the dishes tonight.
Say he'll be washing the dishes in there tonight. Oh, that's my guy. He is a funny guy. Or as his boy Jeremiah say, no, you a funny guy. No, you a funny guy. And staying, we kind of inconsistent here, but in our high school theme, we have a new coach at Monroe High School, the girls basketball coach. The new coach there is Rod Mack, formerly of Lincoln High School. And here is a high school preview.
With
Monroe.
me today, I have a friend, a young man, even though I was on his case because he transferred, changed jobs, and then didn't tell me. Told me I was Mickey Clayton that I should have known anyway. But that's my friend from Lincoln High School. Welcome to the show, Rod Mack.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, I'm gonna just jump right in and talk about the elephant in the room. You jumped into a situation over there where you win 2 games. It'll be a parade. They got the last 6 or 7 years a 1-91 record.
Yeah.
The last season they won some games was 2014, 2015. They were 9-13 then. What made you decide that this was a challenge you wanted to take on?
It was the opportunity for what could be. You know, the difference in where they can go change because of the campus itself is changing. You know, the location has moved closer to town. The facilities are being upgraded. So having something that appeals to young people, as you know, as a coach, a lot of times young people like to see a new gym and a new campus and that potential to grow. So, you know, there was that, and then the opportunity to have a program that administrators really wanted to see improve. Having that support, having that backing, you know, from the school itself, it really makes things a lot easier. You know, girls programs aren't always looked at as the program you want to support. And so this opportunity came about, and they were going to allow me to help grow my team. And they want to see the growth. They want to see the team win. So it was just something that I really couldn't turn down. It was an opportunity to also work in the school with the kids. You know, it's one thing to be able to coach your kids, you know, but not be there makes it tough. So I get to see those kids every day. I get to check on them in class.
Okay. What else do you do at the school besides coach? What are your additional responsibilities, Coach?
I am a dean of students here. One of my major responsibilities is discipline. So, you know, I'm here to help make sure the students are staying in line. You know, of course, I assist with safety at times, you know, so it allows me to not only help our high school kids, but it's from K through 12. So I get a chance to deal with students from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade.
I'm gonna go back to that elephant in the room. Tell me about this team that you have this year.
It's a nice little mix so far. We've got a few kids that are already Monroe kids. I've got a young lady who's an 8th grader now, who's got some really good potential. She played last year. She'll be on the varsity group with us this year. Her name's Maya Johnson. She's a second-year varsity player this year. And then, you know, we have a young lady named Travanda, and her and her sister are going to be really good athletes, good defenders. You can really count on. You know, one's a junior, the other's a freshman. You know, so we've got a good mix. I've got Maya, who's here, who's played for me before. You know, we're talking about a 6-foot forward who can step out a little bit, put the ball on the floor, but also provide some inside, you know, assistance. We've got a 6'1" big. So we've got some kids who want to defend, not just play defense because I say this is what you're going to do. You know, and that's big for me. I like defense. So we've got some kids who are going to compete. We've got some kids who are already buying in to what we can be and where this can grow to be more than just a local team that's winning games, but try and put themselves on a stage outside of this area and eventually set up something that can put others behind them in a position to where we can be known outside of the state, because it's okay to win locally. And of course, we all want to win state championships, but we want to put ourselves on a stage that this area probably hasn't seen for many high school teams.
Okay, Coach, you had an exhibition game that you really kind of were not challenged. So I think that everybody's kind of wondering, what is it that you have? So you're 6 foot, 6'1". Those are both new young ladies at Quincy Monroe.
Yes, I currently have 4 of the young ladies. I actually have 6 young ladies who are not Monroe kids. You know, so they're coming from Tallahassee. So the 4 of them played in the preseason game. Right now, it's really hard to tell, you know, based off that preseason game. It's something that it's going to take me I'll be honest, it's going to take me probably 5 to 6 games to really. I've reached out to a couple schools that I felt like would give us some better competition. Some I didn't get calls back. So it's just one of those things where sometimes you can only play who will play you. I do like test. Anybody will tell you I'll play anybody. I'll play the Golden State Warriors if they sign up. We'll probably get our head beat in, but I'll schedule them. So it's one of those things. It'll take us it may even take us until halfway through the season before I figure out what I really have. We'll just have to really see, Coach. I'll be honest, it's just going to be tough right now to really figure that out.
Coach, let's start with that. Let's be honest, okay? Coach, you already have people that won't schedule you. Saying that you don't know what you'll have. Somebody knows what you have. And you just played an exhibition game that wasn't even close and probably had running clock in the first quarter. And you sitting here now blowing smoke. Coach, what is really going on here? Why are you trying to do me like that? Oh, I really don't know. You just won by 70 points, Coach.
I tell you what.
From a program that has only won one game in the last 8 years.
Hey, you're my guy, so I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. I tell you what, we have a good group of defenders. I will tell you that. We got some kids that's gonna compete. I think
Coach, I could read a box score. I already know that. Oh, then he's like, oh, you my guy, so I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, okay, Coach. Okay, Coach. All right. Coach. We'll play the politically correct game. I don't know what we have. We won by 70 points, but that wasn't really a measuring tool for it. Mind you, we have not won a game in 3 years, but that's not a measuring point, Coach. We won't know till January. Okay. People won't play me, Coach. I don't know why.
We're gonna get insights out here so we can take a look at it and you can see for yourself. How about that?
How about insights will come now. Good grief, Coach. Okay, well, let me ask you this, Coach. You said something about the kids in the new gym. They don't have a new gym yet, do they?
No. We don't have a new gym yet. If I did say that, I'm sorry, I misspoke. No.
Oh, you were just talking about the kids like a new school and a new gym. They like new things. So tell us about what's going on at Monroe. Tell everybody what's going on. I don't think everybody understands.
Well, so Monroe previously was in Gretna, Florida, is where the main campus used to be held. And this year we started a new campus. Here it's actually, some people don't know this, but it's in between Midway and Quincy, Florida, is Havana. Mm-hmm. So we're actually in Havana, Florida. So we have a new campus here where we've already started our K through 12. We're still in the process of building. So we do have some buildings up now, but we still have other facilities that have to get up. Of course, our gym, football stadium, pool, activity center, some more classroom buildings, and just a host of different things that will separate us from other schools. And what we're trying to do is just, again, the vision and the dream that our head of school has for Monroe is basically to make us different from what we're used to seeing in this area. There are schools that we both know, IMG and schools of that nature. We want to try and put ourselves in those conversations. Of course, that takes time, but we're dedicated to putting ourselves in those situations to, of course, help Monroe, but of course, help the community, help the kids. It brings a lot of opportunities. So that's kind of where we're headed. With each month that goes by, we're working on new things. Each year that goes by, you're going to start seeing new buildings get up. We've already started some transitions from where we are now. But for right now, we are still playing our home games at the old campus. But eventually that will change.
Okay, well, Coach, I know you have a busy day already that I've already intruded on for you to be able to come in and talk to us. I appreciate you rearranging your schedule.
No problem.
Once I found out where you were, then I had to get you on. I try to explain to people all the time that you cannot really compete with relationships. That once you build relationships, that's relationships and contacts better than money. I mean,
yes, sir.
Good relationships are important. And I wish you the best of luck. I look forward to seeing what you have. Without you blowing smoke, my own two eyes will be able to look at it myself and draw my own conclusions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate everything you do, man. Keep it up and don't stop.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And we have you where we know where you are, and we will be out there to see you.
Thank you. I got a schedule headed your way tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it, and good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you. You too, man. Have a good one now.
Okay. You.
Unmute yourself.
He tried to snow me. He won who does that next exhibition game? Won like 77-5 or something. I'm like, I don't know what we'll have until middle of the season. Okay, if you don't know what you have by then, Coach. Come on now. Come on, he tried to snow me. Oh, what was he thinking?
Your look there was like, come on, Rod. I thought we were better than that, man. Oh my goodness!
I wanted to play. Okay. Now, just a quick summary, just on the girls that we've done stuff with and we've talked to. I would say the general consensus, the top 3 girls team in no particular order, be Florida State University schools, Rickards, and Monroe. And really, in the last 6-7 years, Monroe girls hadn't won but one game. So they got a road to go, but they have some horses over there, and they're young, so they're gonna be kind of tough to beat. And Rickards, Sharia Davis always has something, just always has something, So I wish them a lot of luck. Now, as we look like for once, we might be on schedule here. Might be. The reporter takes the lead in Pick'em. The reporter had a great week. He didn't have the best week, but he picked 8 out of 10. Todd, 5 out of 10. He done dropped off. Now you have the lead by 1 game. You had the lead by 1 game. But Coach, your boy Les had 9 winners.
Welcome back, Les.
9 out of 10. And Florida Hot Boy came in. He did much better this week. First week he had him on here. He only had 3 victories. He had 9 this week. He had been with us in the beginning. He might have been making hay. Lamp, you always worried I don't call your name out. You in second, bro. Don't nobody remember second place.
I told Lamp, Coach. I said there was a light there, and was it a train coming?
You did.
I tried to ask him. But he's not listening to me. But that's a cowboy for you. That's a cowboy for you. So.
No.
Choo choo.
Lamp had the worst week of everybody who picks in the pick'em pool. He only picked 5 winners. He only had 5. I had 6. Sports Diva had 6. He had 5. The Land had 7. You and Les had 9. You actually had 8. Les had 9, and Florida Hot Boy had 9.
Diva, instead of chasing me, go ahead and just bust Lamp up. Just put him out his misery. Do it early.
What do you say? Do it early.
Yeah, go ahead. Just put him out his misery.
Look at you. Look at you. You told Lamp. You did tell him. You did tell him there was a light.
2 weeks. I told him 2 weeks, and I told him in 2 weeks, Lamp. 2 weeks. See. I just don't be talking Smith on this thing here. This is what I do. I do this thing
Tell
when
him,
I
Rick.
want to.
Tell him, Rick. Tell him, Rick.
Y'all gonna learn something today. I'm
The
a teacher.
reporter's favorite reporter. Now that's more than all right.
Hey, Coach. Serious on a serious note. Back to Monroe real quick. Coach Rod said something I thought was real interesting, and it takes a special person. I want you to touch on this a little bit. He's going to a program that's been down in the dumps. You've laid it all out. But he said they're building something, and it's something you got to dream, the vision. You got to see what's possible. Number one, two questions, Coach. Number one, could you have seen a vision like that and taken it on? And then number two, how do you incorporate that? How do you turn losers into winners?
Okay, you have to remember now, we started the women's basketball team. We started it. The first year we were 4-15 with young ladies that were on campus. We had we just had open tryouts, and we picked a team from that. We didn't get scholarships till the next year. And we turned around, we went 4-15 to 14-11 in one season, and the rest was history. So we have done that. Now, when he said building something, he meant that literally. Sure. They are building a brand new campus, new school, new office buildings, new classrooms. They're running preschool through high school. They're building athletic facilities. They're building a practice gym. They're bringing in students they're bringing in international students. So when he said what he was doing, they really are building it, and they have actually changed the image and perception of Quincy Monroe. So I don't want to forget. We getting comments. Your favorite girl, Chiquita. Hey, Coach and Rick, Clement Johnson was an amazing athlete. Then she says, "Where is Sports Diva? Hang in there, Sports Diva." And then she's sending back to her. Thanks, Chiquita. That female bond is hard.
I was gonna say that.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But we're gonna cut it short a little bit. Like I said, we're on time a little bit, and we got the holidays coming. And from insights to each one of you, we're thankful for each one of you supporting our program and insights over the years. Mick and Rick, we still pay attention. Still selling copies of Freshman. Might be a great idea for you to be able to get one.
Gloria.
Christmas is coming. We don't have any problem shipping them. But we are getting them, and we're sending them out across the country. Your copy of Freshman, you need to get it. Go to our website, information on there for you. But once again, blessings to you and your family during this season and in your travels. From Mick and Rick.
From Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle, INSIIGHTS.
Insights is the copyright of Mack 4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mack 4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mack 4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent their independent thoughts and representation.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thoughts.
I know, right? Happy Thanksgiving, Coach.
Hey, same to you, my brother. Enjoy the first Thanksgiving and holiday season with the grand.
Amen. Yes, I can't wait. Can't wait.
It's,
Thanks, Coach.
it's a blessing. We appreciate you, Rick.
I
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
all of y'all.
Exactly. We appreciate